Well, there the responsibility was solely that of White Sands Missile Range, because they would be the manager and responsible agency for the operation and control of the Green River area, or the launch complex at Green River. With the exception that the Air Force leased the Union Carbide uranium mill building, and that it was retained as non-White Sands property. However, White Sands did and insist and was the agent for safety in that mill in the surrounding areas as well as the site itself. So the layout of the requirements as to what was needed to establish the launch complex potential before the Athena included a lot of basic things. One was identifying the scope of the operation with respect to missile preparation, safety issues, population on site required to support not only the operation, the test operation, but also the post-camping station per se of safety, fire, medical, mess hall, billeting, all of these things, and building the blockhouse and other instrumentation facilities, and just a multitude of things, logistics, water, electricity, gas, all those had to be recognized, designed, outlined, and enumerated, which became a pretty healthy laundry list because there was absolutely nothing there. And it was even hard to find a lizard because it was pretty desert stuff. So the White Sands personnel responsible for all of these elements took part in laying out the complex as most efficiently as possible to minimize the actual land mass coverage that would be required. While the Air Force and the Atlantic Research Corporation maintain their preparation of the Union Carbide facility for supporting the operation, which incidentally it cost some $13 million to refurbish that building, which would probably have been less to build a new one to begin with. But that's anyhow. So the requirements were outlined by the White Sands staff, and then through the Corps of Engineers, who were now the Action Office for Land Acquisition and Major Construction Management. They awarded a contract to Ralph Parsons in California, in Santa Monica. They would then be responsible for actually designing the blockhouse and the major support requirements such as water systems, fire hydrants, utility systems, identifying the medical facilities that would be required, and any major construction of the support complex itself, including the environmental movable shelter that was housing the missile just prior to launch. So all of those things came under the purview of the White Sands Missile Range management and engineering and command staff personnel.